Okay, so today we have an amazing special episode where our mystery guest will be making homemade lasagna from scratch, and I am so excited. So I'm going to go over the ingredients first, and this lasagna will have 4 cheeses in it, and I'm very excited about that as well. So we have some, first of all, I'll show you, we have some grated Parmesan. We have ricotta cheese as well. We have hand-grated mozzarella cheese, and we have hand-grated cheddar cheese. We have some chopped onions. We have some good quality basil. We have some sausages, sweet Italian sausages. And we have our minced garlic. We have our oregano, and we have our ground meat. And again, as I always say, you can use whatever type of meat suits you best. And we're going to get started. Okay, starting with the onions, we're going to start frying those. So that we are adding our minced garlic. I don't even have to say it, this kitchen smells awesome already. Adding our sausages. And we're going to brown the sausages, of course. We're adding our ground meat. So I'm going to let this cook for a while. Because it's a lasagna, we of course we don't want meatballs, we want our meat to be all ground as much as possible. Some salt. So I will be back when the meat is cooked. Starting to brown a lot. It's not finished browning, and all I've done is I've added, you saw that I added some salt. I also added some basil. I'm just going to add an ingredient I hadn't mentioned, a little bit of cayenne, just for heat and also for flavor. And finally, the oregano. And I'm going to let that brown even more. And after that, I will be adding the sauce. Oh, the smell is out of this world. Okay, so as you can see, the meat has browned very well. We have also drained most of the fat, and we're just going to be adding the sauce in. I think we'll need the whole jar, eh? Okay, I think that's good enough, so we'll just give that a stir.
I'll give you the thing.
Okay, so we're just going to give this a stir, and we're going to continue cooking the meat with the sauce. And it's starting to look already like a wonderful meat sauce. And we will be back. We've got our delicious meat sauce. Does that look amazing? Oh gosh, I'm drooling. And I had a bit of a taste, and it tastes really, really good. And right now we're just preparing our countertop to do the pasta, which I'm extremely excited about. So we're still working on that. Okay, so we've got our 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour we're using, and we've got our I can never remember. These are the 3 egg yolks, and these are 2 large eggs. So we're going to be making a well in the flour, and our mystery guest knows what he's doing because he has been professionally trained, and I think you did pasta, right?
Yes, I made lasagna, yes.
Yes, okay. Okay, so we have our 3 egg yolks in the well, and I'm very, very carefully pouring. I'm very nervous myself. Okay, so let's get started. We don't have a pasta maker, unfortunately. We are going to get one eventually, but we haven't got around to it. So we are just going to be doing it the very, very old-fashioned way, which is rolling it out into 1/8 of an inch. And then the interesting thing, which we discovered this morning, was that I thought you were supposed to boil the noodles, but when you're doing homemade, they're more delicate than store-bought. So what you're supposed to do is put them in after letting the pasta set. After it's been rolled out, you're supposed to put your noodles for 30 seconds into boiling water, only 30 seconds, and then into a cold water bath. So that's a little different. So it's going to be shocking them. It's going to be cooking them, sort of like partially cooking them, but certainly it's not going to be cooking them fully. And I'm glad of course we were going to research that before doing it. So let's see how that's starting to look very good. So what he's been doing, he's been getting the eggs very, very slowly mixed in with the flour. There's no oil in this recipe. And the problem was when he did this before, there was there was oil, egg, and flour. But this recipe has how many? 3 egg yolks and 2 full eggs. So I believe the white parts of the eggs are going to be acting sort of as the binding. And anyways, it should be very good. This is an old-fashioned Italian recipe. And we're going to start, our next step is going to be rolling out the dough. Getting started to roll this dough, and this, I have to say, it's quite tricky. It's very, very tricky. So we have our first piece of dough. We just added a little bit more flour while we roll it out.
The rolling pin.
Okay, you don't have to whisper. Our audience knows that you're adding flour. That's
To
fine.
be,
It's not a
okay.
secret. Okay.
Just so it doesn't
Yeah.
stick, right?
Yeah. I'm more concerned about getting it to a 1/8 of an inch thickness. But we'll see how that goes. I think you're braver than me doing this. And you promised me when we met 5 years ago, you're laughing. I'm not going to take a close-up of you laughing. But you promised me a 7-layer homemade lasagna. So you're doing, we're going to shoot for 3. We're both a little bit older, needing to watch your calories.
Hopefully wiser.
Hopefully wiser is good. Let's hope for that. And also a little bit maybe heavier, both of us. And so let's forget about the 7-layer and we'll just stick with the 3.
Yes,
Let's just see.
I like that.
Yeah, and it's easier, right?
Yeah, 7-layer, it's like
too much.
Very difficult. Very difficult.
I'm just, let's just hope that this one works. But at least we know the meat sauce looks yummy, and I'm sure it'll be fine. The other thing I wanted to say is because we're doing homemade lasagna, it's not noodles, it's not going to be wavy like the typical store-bought noodles, but that's okay. I've had a long time ago, years ago actually, I went to a party and the hostess, it was Italian, and she made her own pasta, and oh my gosh, I remember, I didn't have actually a lot of homemade pasta. If I did, I don't remember it in Italy itself, but I remember she had made lasagna, and I couldn't believe how much better it tasted because it was homemade. And yeah, maybe this time next year we'll have a pasta maker and we'll do it that way, and that'll be another adventure and experience. But let's see how this goes. Good. Oh, it's moved. It's going well. Okay, so we're going to continue doing this, and once we're done the rolling, yeah, very good. It's looking really good compared to what it looked like just a little while ago. And what I was going to say is we're just going to do as instructed, put in for 30 seconds into boiling water, and then we're going to put it in a cold water bath. That's all we're going to do. And then we're going to assemble our lasagna. And I still have to do the ricotta cheese mixture. And once we get all our ingredients ready, we will start assembling. So we're just getting to the last stages, which is very exciting. I'm starting to run out of bowls and stuff, so I'm just doing it in the easiest way I can. So we've got our mozzarella, we've got our egg, we've got all the Italian seasoning, and we've got our ricotta. So I'm just going to mix it all in, and wow, is it ever going to be decadent, because the ricotta is just so fresh, and with the egg it's just going to be amazing. So I'm going to just continue to mix this, and before I forget, we have rolled out our lasagna. It looks yellowish on the camera, but it actually is not. It's a beautiful color. I hope it's being captured properly. But anyways, we have made a very rudimentary pasta, and we're just going to do what I call, or I think of as, the fun part, which is doing the layering. Now we're going to do roll out our other two layers, and then we're going to be layering the lasagna with the tomato sauce. And while I'm talking, I'm just doing this to help our mystery guest, and it looks really good. This looks great. And so we're just going to start the last process of finishing up our lasagna. And oh, I forgot to mention, we've decided not to bother with boiling it for 30 seconds. Apparently you can do it this way, and even in the recipe it says that the author has done it this way. So she didn't bother boiling them, so we're going to do it this way because these homemade pastas are a lot more delicate than the store-bought. So I'm just being the camera person today, and we're doing the exciting part. We're putting the meat on. Tomato sauce. I think that's pretty much enough. This is our first lasagna ever. I think that's enough because we're going to run out of sauce now. Okay. Okay, and then we're going to have a layer of your pasta. And so onto our delicious meat layer, we're putting our ricotta mixture. This is going to be so good. Oh. And it's a very, very nice feeling, I have to say, to be cooked for. Somebody cooking for me. I do like cooking. I do find it very relaxing. I don't find it a lot of work. I don't find it something like, you know, almost like, you know, driving, I guess, where it's a relaxing thing. But I do appreciate it so much, especially on such a hot day. Oh, goodness. Okay, maybe here a bit. So you get the idea, and we're just going to continue going and repeating this process, and then we're going to be putting this in the oven. Here, maybe some here. Yeah. That's wonderful. Thank you. So we will be back. So we're going to just do an overview. I had to make a little bit of the more, sorry, I had to make a little bit more of the meat sauce. And I did, and I'm really happy. So we've got a little bit more meat sauce. We've got our ricotta, mozzarella, parmesan. I forgot to mention to add parmesan mixture with the egg and the Italian herbs. We have our chef doing the other rounds, other layers, I should say, of the pasta.
Yes, that's what I'm doing.
That's what he's doing, and he's in a very good mood for somebody working in such hot conditions. Yes. And we have our beautiful, very beautiful person. We have our beautiful cheese. I don't know who is more beautiful right now, the chef or the cheese or the rest of the food. Thanks. Okay. So we've got this. I have to make sure I don't forget. So this is what this cheddar, this marble cheddar cheese, we're reserving for the topmost layer. And we're also going to be sprinkling some more Parmesan for that top layer. So to go over it again, this lasagna has 4 cheeses. We have Parmesan, ricotta, and mozzarella in this mixture here. And we're going to be putting this marbled cheddar and Parmesan on the very top. So wonderful lasagna. Now, once we start layering, we will be back. So we're always talking about how we need more humor in life. And I wanted to take a picture of our chef, who has a mask on, by the way. And there we go. I don't want you to see the dirty dishes, but if you can see, he's all covered with flour. And we still have the third one to do. We've given up on 4. We're going to go for 3. And so what do you say? Do you think you can just... Okay, you're giving me a thumbs up. You think you can just do that last one?
I'll try.
Okay, wonderful. So we're going to be back really soon with that last one. Showing, I don't know if you can see, I'll try to do a zoom. The more you practice with pasta, the easier it gets. And I'm saying it again. This is very, or I would say quite difficult. It's not that easy. So this is our last batch. Wait a sec, is it? Oh, there we are. Okay, I thought we had lost the pasta. So I should have been taping it earlier, but it's just going so much faster and so much smoother than even the first and the second one. So it's a learning process. And today it's quite humid, so I think that's also adding. I think it might be making it easier, but maybe not. I don't know. But it is certainly, humidity is certainly a factor that affects your pasta. Okay, so we're just going to start assembling now, and that'll be the last step. Okay, so we're just going to put, I thought that was the best one, so maybe put the other one that's not so perfect. Do you want to put the other layer on?
No.
Okay, you're going to put this one? Okay. That looks beautiful.
I thought that was better to put this one for the second.
Okay.
See? And
Yeah.
then we just put another.
Okay,
layer.
so let's, here, I can do the camera. Okay.
Here, I'll do this.
Okay.
I don't want you to have to do everything. No, it's okay.
It was a really nice, oh, here I am with my hand. There we go. So we can use half of that because I remember I made more of that, so. I did do some sous chefing, or whatever it's called.
Yes, sous chefing.
Because we ran out of meat sauce, so I made a very quick second batch.
You did a very good job, sous chef.
Thank you.
As master chef myself would say, you did very good job.
Thank you. I don't want to drop the camera though, so thank you.
Okay, so that should be
good enough, and then we've got our cheese.
Sauce.
Yeah, but we're running the
now
camera.
I'll put the cheese. You want the cheese?
Yeah, the cheese sauce, please.
Yes, I'll put the cheese.
Oh, does that ever look yummy?
I know. Wait till it's
okay. Half. Remember, half of the cheese sauce.
Half.
Yes.
We try to spread it around. We always try to be generous as a chef. We don't want you to be too fat, but we don't want you to be too thin either.
Mm-hmm.
As a chef, you must learn the balance.
Okay. So I think our camera person, who's usually quite reserved, is in a very, very happy mood. No more cheese! No more cheese! No more cheese! So we're going to just put the last layer on. Last layer on of the pasta there.
Okay.
I thought you were going to... Okay, well, whatever. Just, I don't want to drop the camera. Okay, there we go. Gee, that's a good idea, because why not have that one? This one unfortunately did break.
But it's okay. It's not the end of the world.
Okay, so now we're almost ready. No, the cheese last. The cheese last. So we put our meat, all the meat sauce on top of this.
This is the top.
You put meat and cheese on the...
Okay. All right. Okay. No problem.
And you can go as fast as you want because this is the last layer. Do you want me to do it?
No, it's okay, sweetie.
I'm a very impatient...
I know you're a very good sous chef, but
I'm
relax.
a very bad...
Very impatient woman.
Very impatient.
Lovely woman, but not too much patient.
Not any patience.
And that's why,
and the fact that I dealt with you all afternoon was a
And you're a beautiful doctor.
Thank you. Okay, come on.
A doctor with no patience.
Yeah.
That's the joke.
Yes. Okay, come on. Just dump all the... Here, I'm going to do it. I'll do the camera work and the...
No, it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry.
Okay. It is actually looking really good. Okay, I think that's enough.
Yeah,
and then we're just going to put... No, not that cheese. The cheese, the ricotta mixture, and then that, and then the Parmesan. Yes. Just dump it on right now. Yeah. This is going to be very, very rich because there's so many eggs in this. It's unbelievable. The pasta itself, the ricotta cheese mixture.
Yeah, I'll be done soon, don't worry. You're very impatient. I'm trying to do this as fast as possible. I can't go any faster.
Yeah, maybe here. Okay, and then the real fun part. I keep saying real fun part. All of it has been super fun. Can you give me the... Yeah, okay, so I'll do it. Well, very, very impatient people. And just the Parmesan, we're done. Yeah, okay, don't get too carried away with it. Yeah. Okay, great. So we're going to be back, guys, with the finished product. Cannot wait. Look at how amazing this looks. Oh my gosh, that looks great. Okay, so you're coming in. We can hardly see you.
I'm coming with the lasagna, don't worry.
Wonderful news.
Here's the lasagna.
Oh, wow. Can you see that? That looks amazing.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, it looks amazing. Okay, let's just put it down and...
Go bananas.
Yeah, smell. It's absolutely wicked. So good. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you to get, or I'll go get the knife and fork, and you'll do it, okay? So the moment has arrived after 5 years of somebody promising me to make me a 7-layer homemade lasagna from scratch. A person made it for me. It is 3 layers, but it still looks amazingly good. 4 types of cheese. We could have had a 5th with feta, but I didn't think that would really add anything more to this. And I'm not sure how elegant I'm going to be, but I'm going to give this a try. Oh my goodness. Oh, it reminds me of the lasagna I had 20 years ago at the Italian lady's house. I don't even, tasting this, I don't remember what regular lasagna store-bought tastes like. This is absolutely worth all the labor, all the aggravation, all the patience. Really, really, really good. I'm gonna try to have some of this pasta here. There's a bit of, it's really hard to see from there, but that's okay. The pasta is not too hard. Very, very delicious. That's all I can say. This tastes so much better than what we're used to in store-bought, and store-bought lasagna is pretty good. So a little salty because I don't eat much salt, so I can really taste the salt, but really, really good. So I hope you give this a try, or at least feel inspired to try someday to make a homemade lasagna from scratch. Maybe not now, but maybe someday. It took me 5 years to get it, so there's always hope. So thank you very much for watching. We're just going to celebrate this wonderful day with this beautiful food, and we will be back. And I really hope you enjoyed this episode. It was kind of a fun episode. If you enjoyed it, please like and please subscribe, and I will talk to you very soon. Stay well, stay safe, and stay blessed. Bye for now.